Believe it or not, LeBron James might not finish this season as a Los Angeles Laker. And trust me, it's not as crazy as it sounds. LeBron James was recently diagnosed with sciatica and is expected to miss at least 3 to 4 weeks of action, which means for the first time in his NBA career, he's going to miss a season opener. And it just so happens to be against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Now, LeBron has always been the centerpiece of every single team he's ever played for, but after the Lakers traded for Luka Dončić back in February, the front office definitely made one thing clear. They're going to be building for the future and trying to build around Luka to win for the future, and not necessarily listening to LeBron for his every demand to win now. With LeBron only having 1 to 3 seasons at most left in the NBA, he wants to make the most out of what little time he has, and he definitely wants to win another championship. So with all this happening, it kind of makes sense that there's some tension right now between LeBron James and the Lakers front office. As both parties, they definitely want to win a championship, but they definitely both have different means on how to get there. LeBron, he wants the front office to trade more first round picks, maybe trade some assets on the team as well to bring in better players so they have a better chance at winning. The front office, on the other hand, they would much rather keep their assets for the future while still trying to build a legit contender to compete in the West. The Lakers are basically trying to tell LeBron, hey, you don't hold any power over us right now. We're going to be making our own decisions. We will not be listening to you anymore. LeBron, he doesn't like this. He's going to be trying to make things as uncomfortable as possible for the Lakers front office. And he's already started doing this actually with his Decision 2.0, which did end up just being an ad for Hennessy. But it still had people thinking he was going to retire, and they might have messed some things up in the front office. So he's definitely already trying certain things, and I'm very certain as the season goes on, it's going to keep getting worse and worse. LeBron thinks that the Lakers front office are trying to push him to the side and not really pay him any mind, but really all they want LeBron to do is take on more of a leadership and mentor role with Luka, letting him take over the reins and become the new superstar in LA. They'd rather see LeBron staying healthy and guiding the rest of the team instead of pushing them to kind of just trade all their picks and just trade for whoever he wants. But the Lakers are finally fighting back. They're finally stepping up and saying no to LeBron. Now, where does that leave Luka Dončić in all this? Because he's right in the middle of all this. He wants to win with the Lakers, obviously. You know, he's embraced them after they've traded for him. But he does want LeBron to remain a Laker for the rest of his career. Luka likes playing with LeBron. They clearly have some sort of synergy. Luka definitely is caught in the middle of all this. And in all honesty, I kind of feel bad for him because he kind of has to juggle this. And he definitely wants both sides to resolve peacefully so they can just focus on winning a championship. Especially after the offseason Luka just had, where he completely transformed his body and is looking super ready to go. He's probably looking at LeBron, wondering why he's putting in so much work if, LeBron's just gonna worsen his relationship with the front office, which kind of worsens his relationship with his teammates. It's gonna mess up team chemistry. It's gonna kind of make things ugly as the season progresses, and it's gonna make winning games a lot more difficult down the stretch. Now, realistically, what are the Lakers' options looking like right now? Well, their first option could be to just straight up trade LeBron somewhere else. This is definitely the most extreme and also the least likely option, but it's still worth mentioning as LeBron's trade value is only going to keep going downhill from here as his production slowly decreases over time. And his constant back and forth with the front office certainly don't help with that. Their second option would be to keep holding their ground against LeBron, which is probably the most likely option as the Lakers are trying to convince LeBron to mold his game late in his career to benefit the future of the Lakers. This is what they've been doing for the past few months, but if it keeps going on how it is right now, it does maybe run the risk of pissing off LeBron more than he already is with the team, which could sour the relationship both sides have with each other even more and could potentially lead to LeBron demanding a trade from the Lakers, despite that not probably going to be happening at all. Their third and final the Lakers' third and final option would be to give up this little fight that they have going with LeBron and just basically give into his demands and what he wants to happen to the team, whether that be trading valuable assets like first round picks for win now players, which also could be good and maybe lead to a title like in 2020 after the Lakers got Anthony Davis, after LeBron kind of forced them to do it. Or it could also lead to a complete disaster like when LA traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2022 and missed the playoffs and kind of screwed themselves up for a couple years before actually getting Luka. Or if LeBron really wants to squeeze all that he can from the Lakers, he could maybe try to get Bronny some more playing time. So Bronny could average 30% from the field instead of like 20. So there's that as well. And on the topic of Bronny, actually, he might be the person getting screwed over the most from all of this happening. JJ Redick and LeBron, they're always praising Bronny about how he's improving and saying how much he's growing into an NBA player, with JJ Redick saying that Bronny's looking way more comfortable this year, looking like a pro.
He's just more comfortable. Last year was a great year for him and his development. And there's obviously still room for growth in certain areas, but he's a pro. That's the biggest thing. He looks just comfortable and confident.
Now, Bronny may be a talented basketball player, but in reality, he's not good enough to be in the NBA. At least not yet. I do hope Bronny can really earn a role in the NBA one day without it being given to him because his dad is the greatest player ever and forcing the team to do it. Bronny really has to start playing way better to start this season and throughout the season, and proving himself that he does deserve a spot in the league, because at the rate he's going, Bronny might just end up retiring alongside his dad. Now, with all that being said, that's all I got for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe, and comment any video suggestions for topics or players that you guys want me to cover. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to check out my last video where I gave you guys my predictions and standings for the Western Conference. If you made it this far into the video, I truly appreciate you, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.